We're making nachos tonight. Go follow me on Instagram. My life does not depend on it, but it might. Why are you trying to harm me? It's a leftover kind of night, and we're doing something a little different around here. I am not going to be entirely aggressive this entire time, but I am going to answer some of your questions because you have them. Some of you have asked what the hell I did before. This is really boring. Does anybody even want to hear this story? Long story short, before I was a TikToker, whatever you want to call this, I was a stay-at-home mom. Before that, I worked as a human resource manager. Before that, I was a benefits specialist. Before that, I was in college. And in college, I worked at the university full-time for many years. Totally fine. You can have leftovers, put it on a chip, it's a nacho. Hopefully, fingers and toes crossed, I won't have to go back to working quote-unquote real job for maybe forever, but at least for the foreseeable future, which is amazing. I can stay home with my kids. Something not so great is I'm a paranoid freaking mess. And I never know if I'm doing a good job. And I never know if you guys like what I'm doing because I don't have somebody who's like, hey, you're doing a bang up job, A+, highly successful. You move along to the next year. Nobody tells you if you're doing a good job. In fact, many people tell me I'm doing a bad job. All of you tell me I'm doing a good job, but there's no official like litmus test for success as a creator. I hope I'm doing okay. I'm just making dinner and vibing, okay? But mentally, I impose way more like deadlines on myself than anybody else would ever, and that's hard. These are going to be some thick nachos. All good nachos are thick nachos. My children are not eating this. They requested cheesy roll-ups. And you know what? I aim to please. Pop this in the oven. I'm gonna make my children cheesy roll-ups because they don't want to eat nachos, and I do not care, and I'm not fighting with them. Some days, food fights are not worth it, and I'm not doing it. My husband and I met in college. He lived across the hall. My mom, oh my fucking God. My mom walked over to the boys across the hall, and she's like, there's an imaginary line here. You boys don't cross it. She was joking. But my husband was at community service, so he missed the lecture, and therefore he was exempt. But I do joke that I should have married my husband's roommate because he became a biomedical engineer. And my husband also agrees that he should have married his roommate because success, you know? Kurt, if you're watching this, you come up in our relationship way more than you think you do. We both want to marry you. Too bad we're both married to each other. Children are not happy all of the time. Sometimes they're crying because they want to knock down their sister's tower in the basement. It's fine. They're with their dad and their dad is handling it, even if they are crying. Because you know what? My children still cry when they're with me. I didn't wash these berries. They're pee-pee berries. Somebody peed on these and I don't care. Guarantee you my children have eaten worse things than unwashed fruit, seeing as they will literally eat something off of the grocery store floor if I let them. I don't let them. I'm a hot mess who's just surviving. It's been in the oven for a little bit, so I think it's time for dinner. I'm gonna die on this hill. I think that nachos should be eaten out of a pasta plate. I'm just saying. Could I have left them in longer? Yeah, of course. I'm impatient. Could I have also not gotten them all over my counter? No, that was required. The sass is real with this one. This is that store-bought queso. It's delicious. Fight me. I don't know. That's dinner. Nachos. Saturdays are like such a throwaway day for me because nobody watches my videos on Saturday. I know what you're thinking. Is it even good? Because if I don't say that, someone's going to be upset. But if you liked this style of video, let me know. Nachos require napkins. Of course it's good. I made it, and I made it yesterday. It's basically the same ingredients, just different order. I love it. Follow along for more whatever the fuck this is.